Here we are with the tail of the tape. Muay Thai at 68 kilograms. Thanupetch Wor.Technoluangpusuang from Thailand taking on Hamid Rekabi from Iran. 3 rounds of Muay Thai action right here at Lumpini Stadium, the home of Muay Thai. Coming into round number 1. Let's see what both these gentlemen bring to the ring. Of course, an Iranian athlete representing the former Jitty Gym, now known as Ritty Rit Gym. Excited for this one. Big high kick, big heavy hands unleashing from Hamid Rekabi. Not uncommon for Iranian fighters to offload with the big heavy hands. Coming in to Muay Thai from a big tradition of kickboxing, they tend to come in with ferocious heavy hands, very square feet when they offload with the hands. Nice high kick there from our Buriram warrior.
Yeah, stylistically, this looks to be an exciting matchup, potentially ahead of us already, with the Iranian throwing these heavy hands with a stocky build, the taller, lengthier Thai already landing kicks and teeps. There you go, another beautiful right kick and a beautiful knee from Thanupetch. That's definitely something that he's going to want to continue to do, as he does there again, scoring effectively with those knees to stop the heavy punching Iranian with that forward pressure. Ooh, and a nice 12-6 elbow, just missing the Iranian. Perfectly timed right kick there from Thanupetch.
Just having a little bit of trouble finding the space to offload a knee. And a good job there from Hamid Rekabi, pushing his hips onto Thanupetch in that last clinch exchange, not allowing him to find the room. Oh, big left knee there from Thanupetch as he offloads with the right hand back into center ring now, and that's where we like to see it. Back into center ring in exchanging range, especially in these 3 rounders, and a good plumb position here, dragging down on the neck, trying to drag the knees into the midsection. Straight to the body lock there from Hamid. Smart move against such a tall opponent. You don't want to get inside that clinch range and let him offload the knees, drag down that on that neck.
Beautiful right kick, right back to it. Thanupetch kicks seem to be gaining more power each time he throws these kicks, as maybe he's found his range. He's feeling pretty comfortable against the Iranian there. Oof.
Big hacking elbow there from Thanupetch, and he goes up again with the big head kick. And if he can get out of this range where he keeps getting body locked, he'll be able to find the sweet spot for setting up the knees, and that's what he wants to do.
And Hamid just winging his punches at the time. Thanupetch, beautiful first round, a lot of action there at the start of this fight.
Great opening round for this 4th bout. Who do you think took that one? I mean, for me it was fairly close. A lot of those big punches from Hamid were very damaging, but inside the clinch there, some of those knees were just venomous indeed.
Yeah, Thanupetch's kicks are just brutal as well. Really tying up Hamid's forward pressure there, which is really smart to do if you're dealing with somebody who's a heavy puncher. You don't want to let them just tee off on you. So Thanupetch using really smart strategy there, grabbing Hamid, kneeing him.
And you can see Thanupetch's corner there telling him to keep his guard up there as the cornerman goes to work on his leg, telling him to shell up and anticipate the punches.
You know what I haven't quite seen yet that I would love Hamid to throw in there would be some low kicks. He needs to chop the leg to open those hands back up.
Yeah, mix it up a little bit. Don't just rely on the punches. As you can see, the experience of 51 fights from Thanupetch starting to shine through here in the second round. And Hamid Rekabi can only muscle him so long until he starts to fade, and I reckon it'll be about a minute and a half before he does.
Yeah, I was quite impressed with his pace actually in the first round. I did happen to see some of the fighters here at the weigh-ins yesterday, and I don't know if he had to cut a lot of water or what, but Hamid here slowing down surely in the middle of this second round here, or maybe just hesitant because those kicks from Thanupetch are just vicious, those kicks and knees. And there it is again. Thanupetch hunting for that head kick.
That is the danger of going so high-paced in the first round. You do tend to gas yourself out. You have to keep a steady pace over 3 rounds. I mean, you have to keep a high volume, but a steady pace. You don't want to throw everything into the first round. And it seems like Hamid was going for that full throttle strategy in the first round, and I don't think it's paid off for him here because we're starting to see him fade. And there he goes for the body locks again. That's normally a telltale sign when somebody's starting to fatigue. They just go straight and lock the body up to buy time. But big hands there from our Iranian athlete.
And this is where I'd like to see him keep that pressure on. Start going to the head, back to there it is. Hooks to the head. Staying tied up so that Thanupetch doesn't have space to throw those knees, because those are vicious, dangerous knees from the Thai.
Thanupetch's got to keep those hands up for sure, just like his cornerman was telling him a moment ago. Keep them up nice and high. But you can even see Thanupetch starting to fade a little bit.
Yeah, definitely throwing bombs the entire first and second round. You're bound to gas out at some point, so that fatigue management really comes into play at the end of the second round. Oh,
and it does look like it's Rock Thanupetch here, pushing the head back and forth like a bobble toy on the dashboard of a car.
Yeah, Hamid really throwing effective hooks and heavy headshots here. But Thanupetch controlling the range with those knees, making sure that Hamid doesn't just go to town with his boxing. Beautiful fight though, stylistically. This is another great matchup of styles here at Wor.Tech's fight.
A beautiful round. So we'll go and have a look at the replays in just a second. A very dramatic end to that round as well, with the big exchanges of punches from Hamid Rekabi. And I think that's what Hamid needs to do as well. In that last replay we just saw, go to the body. Go to the body a lot more, not just look out for the knockout over the top. Go to the body and crush that big midsection of a Thanupetch.
I don't know that, has Hamid thrown a kick?
I don't think throughout this fight. I haven't seen the hips move above the waist, that's for sure.
I think that would go a long way to really open up that boxing. Even just to throw it just as a look, you know. But we will see in this third and final round if Hamid can get it done with the heavy hands. Very close second round there. I would have to probably give the first round to Thanupetch, so let's see what happens here in this third round, Joe.
Excited for this one. We are for round number 3. Thanupetch Wor.Technoluangpusuang taking on Hamid Rekabi from Iran. Big heavy exchanges here in this one as well. Ooh, spin it to win it. There it is. There's the kick. The one and only kick we've seen. And it was a spinning one.
If you're going to throw it, I guess that's the one to throw. the Hail Mary spinning kick. It didn't land, but beautiful hook there again. Thanupetch seemingly freezing for a second there. Those hooks have some power behind them.
Beautiful step-up knee there from Thanupetch just a moment ago. I love a good step-up knee. Oh! Pushes off and sends the kick through. Very smart strategy there from Thanupetch to get out of the punching distance from Hamid Rekabi. He's got nothing but bricks in those gloves.
Thanupetch seeming to try to keep his way away from that range of those bricks in Hamid's hands. Hamid's got to find a way in there and keep that pressure on if he wants to continue to land those heavy shots on Thanupetch. And a spinning elbow.
And I often say it's a high risk, high reward shot, but I don't like to throw them because you leave yourself open, and that's exactly what just happened. Mr. Thanupetch really capitalized on the spinner to win it. Drags on the neck and delivers the punishing knee to the head of Hamid Rekabi. Starting to fade here with 1 minute and 15 seconds to go. Thanupetch smiling it off and looking very comfortable here in center ring.
Yeah, Hamid on the back foot, but his corner, you can hear them screaming for him to push forward and try to drop those bombs that he was in the first and second round. Thanupetch tying him up. Very smart move with 1 minute to go here in the third round.
It looks like our Iranian B-52 bomber is starting to run out of fuel.
Yeah, he really looks like he's hit the gas, and this is where that weight cut may have come into play, as well as the intensity of these first and second rounds. But he still has a little something in there, hucking that overhand right.
And a beautiful disengagement of the distance there to send that knee on the backside from Thanupetch. Sends the rear teeth spearing through. Good step-up knee as well.
Thanupetch tying up Hamid here as we wrap up this third round. Feels he may have done enough to win on the scorecards. But overall, just really exciting fight here with this international matchup. We'll go to the scorecards and see who's taking this win.
Well, unofficially on my scorecards, I'll probably have to give that to Thanupetch. When we think of terms of Muay Thai scoring, effective damage and ringmanship, I just think the knees and the placement inside the clinch were enough for me. What did you think, Doug?
Yeah, I think especially the first round, those right kicks by Thanupetch.
So let's make it official.
Ladies and gentlemen, after the completion of all 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards. All 3 judges scored this bout 30-27. Sam Yusufjet,และSam Yusufjet for the winner. In the red corner, Thanupetch Wor.Technoluangpusuang.